Honorable Speaker, in the past couple of days, we have been grappling with some challenges as Parliament, and I'm glad that as Parliament we have taken a stand to be what we truly are within the law. That is a people-centered Parliament, speaking out for people whose rights are being violated. And there are some steps in that regard. We are waiting to see how those get to be quickened. What I'm referring to is the situation of Dr. Kizza Besigye and other political prisoners belonging to NUP and others who are here, and we pushed government to take action, especially after the ruling of the Supreme Court. Yesterday we were in court. We thought that they were going to attain their freedom. Court said in a few days we shall hear from them. We are waiting. What we are insistent on is to see that these people get to attain their freedom. Honorable Speaker, as we are dealing with that situation, again there is another attendant issue. Kidnappings of citizens have resumed, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as a party, so far, 7 of our members and leaders, whom we know about, because we hear there's several others that have been kidnapped and we are yet to connect with the families, have been kidnapped by goons. And I'm saying goons because these are people who come in ordinary cars, as we call them, drones, in plain clothes, having guns, and they pick people from their cars or kidnap them from the road, some from their homes. So these are unidentifiable people.
Can we use the word unidentified people than using the word goons? Because if they are goons, then why would the government really look on two issues of goons? Let's be polite enough for us to get a solution to this.
Honorable Speaker.
Because kidnap is not correct. It's not correct. So let's use a better word, a parliamentary word.
Honorable Speaker, really, the reason I have used that word is because just like if people attack you in your home.
Honorable Lop, let's use a parliamentary.
Honorable Speaker, let me call them unidentifiable bandits because they are wielding guns. Yeah, but somebody who comes in plain clothes and they have a gun, they've not identified themselves. I'll not use the word goons, okay, but I'll use the word bandit. Because bandits are people who roam around with guns and you cannot identify them. If you find a police officer with a gun, that's different. If you find an army officer with a gun, that's different. It could be a CID operative in plain clothes and they identify themselves as such, that's different. But somebody who is wielding a gun, I honestly don't know. Maybe government will help us understand.
So can you remove the word goons?
I've replaced the word goons with unidentifiable bandits, especially because they are wielding guns. If government, right, Honorable Speaker, if government comes and owns up and says these are our police officers or security officers, I will come here and I'll withdraw that word and I'll say, okay, so government, since your people are the ones who kidnapped these fellows, where are they? And Honorable Speaker, that's the question I'm putting to government. Where are these people? Honorable Speaker, on Sunday.
Honorable Ssenyonyi.
Yes, right, Honorable Speaker.
Leader of opposition. You're being generic that people are being kidnapped. Which people are these? Can you give us the names for government to be able to make a follow-up that it was Seungu kidnapped from this place, Anita kidnapped from here, and that kind of thing?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Given that I'm organized, I came very well prepared with the list, and I'm going to table them, Right Honorable Speaker. Number 1 is Chinobe Rashid.
There is a clarification.
No, I don't want the clarification.
Madam
Honorable colleague, I've not accepted. Clarification is supposed to be allowed. Let me finish. But I've not tabled yet.
I have allowed a clarification on the previous submission.
Maybe clarification to the Speaker. Me, I've not allowed.
Yes. Please sit.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Based on what you've said, can also the Honorable Leader of Opposition try to tell us when these people were kidnapped, did their families actually report to police? Because that's the standard procedure. Possibly then government can take it on from there. Thank you so much, Madam Speaker.
Now, what we do, honorable members, what we do, let the leader of opposition finish submitting, lay the document on paper. I don't know what is the source of the document. Lay it, so then we can ask him, have these people reported the matter to police?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Let me table the names here with their pictures, by the way. Chinobe Rashid, who was abducted from Nansa and Wakiso. Chiimba Sharif from Mini Price. Nyanzi Fred Sentamu from Wandegea, that's the head of mobilization, NUP. Masi Walukamba, this is the head of the election management committee of NUP. Alex Rovans Rwanyaga, he's a member of the election management committee of NUP. He was abducted from PG. Rahma Juma, a member of the NUP election management committee, also abducted from PG. Kayabula Eddy, also a member of the NUP election management committee, abducted from PG. I'm tabling their names and the pictures.
Just a clarification, which Nyanzi is that? Chairman?
Chairman Nyanzi.
Chairman Nyanzi.
Yes,
okay.
Right Honorable Speaker.
That's our chairman.
Right Honorable Speaker, a colleague has asked, have these matters been reported to police? Right Honorable Speaker, yesterday,
no, you're not
the families of these
Honorable Lop, somebody is disturbing me here that whether I'm no. Chairman Nyanzi was our chairman. He was a chairman of NRM for years in Kamocha. So that's why he got the name chairman. So he's still chairman.
Yeah, and people do change party. I will not talk about the presiding officer. Let me proceed with the issue I was raising. Right Honorable Speaker, yesterday, the families of these people, together with our lawyers, went to police stations from all the areas where they were abducted from, here in Kampala and in PG, because a group of our election management committee members went to bury the mother of one of them in Rakai. On their way back, they were kidnapped from Lungala, Mpiji. Police, all those police stations, they said, we don't know what you're talking about. Honorable Speaker, today, the Uganda Police Force on its social media, its verified social media account, has put out a statement saying they are not the ones who arrested these people. Can government then account? Because if it is not government, then it's probably some rebel outfit within town. And government needs to tell us, are you no longer in charge? But as far as we are concerned, Right Honorable Speaker, of course it is government, because many people have been abducted in similar fashion, and they end up at the military court, and they end up wherever, in torture chambers and so on. Honorable Speaker, on Sunday, as I wrap up, on Sunday, government was celebrating the Janani Luwum Day. The Prime Minister led government officials, they were in Kitgum, to celebrate an incredible man who fought against injustice in this country. And government officials kept talking about how Idi Amin's regime was abducting people, it was evil, but you people are doing the same thing. The law prescribes how, if you want to arrest somebody, how you get to do that.
Honorable Member.
I don't know why government does not want to follow the law. We are not even saying that we are above the law. We are saying, if you want to arrest somebody.
Lop, we have not confirmed who was abducted. I am going to give an order that I need a report on the people you've laid on table by Tuesday. You cannot start saying government has, first of all you said goons. Now you're saying government. Now we don't know who has arrested these people. So we will find out who has arrested these people, and then if it is a government will take responsibility.
I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Honorable, the reason, and I just want to qualify why I am insistent on the fact that...
And I am also saying you've brought your case. Leave it to us to investigate.
Let me wrap up, Right Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I would like government to account for these people, because many others have been kidnapped in similar fashion, including members of this House, by the way, on the opposition side and the NRM side, in similar fashion. So government knows where these people are.
Who was kidnapped from this House?
The Honorable Paul Akamba. He's an NRM member of parliament. He was granted bail by a high court in this country. And within court precincts, he was arrested, kidnapped actually, by similar gun-wielding men in plain clothes, and they took him in a drone. That's one of us. And we are here, right, Honorable Speaker, asking government,
There is an
where
order.
is our member?
There is an order.
It's okay.
Madam Speaker, I'm not so sure whether the Honorable Leader of Opposition is in order to keep putting, making allegation after another without any serious evidence against government. Even in your own statement, you are saying everything is unidentifiable. No one knows the goons, no one knows the bandits. Then you're heaping everything on government. I don't think you are in order to keep insinuating. Madam Speaker, I'm wondering whether I'm wondering whether the
Honorable
Honorable Speaker is in
members,
order.
listen to the order. Honorable Lop, you started very, very well. And it is a valid concern. Very valid. People cannot be kidnapped just like that. And we need to know who is kidnapping. What you should ask the government is, we want to know where these people are. One of the roles of government is to make sure they protect the people and the property of these citizens. Basically that.
Thank you for that guidance, Right Honorable Speaker. I know the Honorable Enos, who I'm told is a former RDC, is ambitious to become a Minister of State or something. When you eventually join government, I'll ask you. This question was to government. Where are these people, government? You need to tell us. And Right Honorable Speaker, the reason we become apoplectic over these issues
Honorable
is
member.
because people get kidnapped, they come back with their fingernails removed and so on.
Honorable
Government
member.
account for these people. Where are they?
Honorable member Lop, the presiding officer you have is a very understanding one and understands faster. Government, can I have an accountability of those people by Tuesday?
Madam Speaker, I'm not the Prime Minister.
And this is a Thursday. Tomorrow are we sitting?
Madam Speaker, I want first to say the following, because I'm also a member of this House. Irrespective of you saying that I'm the Minister of Sports, it's true I am, but also I'm part of the executive, unfortunately. So, Madam Speaker, first of all, I think it's important we make the following.
Honorable Minister,
Yes.
can I finish with my order? Attorney General, the list is there. We need an accountability of those people. We need to know where those people are, who did the abduction, if it is true.
Right Honorable Speaker.
And then you report to the House.
Right Honorable Speaker.
Can I have silence?
Right Honorable Speaker. We will respond as you have requested. I however want to be on record that we are not comfortable with the language that my colleague, the leader of opposition, is using. While it is the obligation of government to protect everyone, and on the basis of that obligation, we agree to account. So on Tuesday we'll come here and make a statement. But I want to reiterate my protest to the diction or the choice of words used by the leader of opposition. We cannot ascertain things like abduction unless confirmed. So the right thing to do is that the leader of opposition has presented a problem to us. The leader of opposition has presented a problem to us. We are going to investigate that problem and respond to Parliament on Tuesday. Thank you very much.
Give me a response on on Tuesday, on the people that are alleged. You know, it reminds me what OHT was said one time, how to hug a porcupine. How to hug a porcupine. You can get whatever you want, depending on how you behave. Yes, Honorable Gwang. You're done. Yes, Dennis, Derek.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker and colleagues, you all know that the late former IGP is from Palisa District, and the family contacted me. They are having difficulties in accessing the Minister of Internal Affairs to... Please, I'm talking to Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, I'm requesting for intervention. Thank you so much.
Honorable Minister Derek, Honorable Member Derek, the leader of government business is in the house. And if you wanted me, for heaven's sake, did you need to come to the house? You're one person who gets me anywhere, anytime. Let's not cause an alarm that the ministers are unreachable. No. Eh?
Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, yesterday I had an interaction with my brother, Honorable Rone. I think he has got this information today, and I promise that government will come in and assist.
Honorable Prime Minister, I've just seen his note is writing to me. He's saying that government has accorded the IGP Ogola official burial and they are yet to find out what government is saying about Kosi.
Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, I have remembered that the President chairing Cabinet on Monday, I was not clear whether this was from Palisa or elsewhere, gave the former IGP official burial with the honors of police. And you know, when they talk about the official burial,
the two IGPs. There are two IGPs who have died. You're talking about the one of Busia, not Tororo. You're talking about the one of Tororo.
Okay, members.
Members, can I have an order?
That is the fact that I was not aware of the second one. Now that the second one has also died,
The first one was the other one. The first one was the other one.
Right Honorable Speaker, I need your protection.
Honorable members,
I request for your
please.
protection.
Yes.
The fact is I was not aware of the second one. Right Honorable Speaker, our president is an understanding president. He will definitely accord him official burial, definitely.
Which role?
Madam Speaker, thank you, Madam Speaker. And I'm happy we have the Prime Minister here. On several occasions, I've requested the government, through you, Madam Speaker, to bring a law here governing giving official burial burials to individuals in the country. That one is very serious. And you have just said, Madam Speaker, that we have a debate here. You can see what has happened now. One of the former IGPs is given official burial, but the Prime Minister, leader of government business, cannot make a decision in front of this house that that one have a same official burial, because he has to first seek permission from the General Museveni. So why don't we have a law that clearly specifies who is supposed to get official burial, so that when such an issue happens, you just address it and we go on officially?
Honorable member, whether there is a law or no law, by the way, we have a law. We only need an amendment on that law. Now, some of these things are discretionary to the president. When the president makes a discretion and says, I want this kind of body, I want this kind of official burial, you will not say no. Next item. Minister of... next item.
Motion for withdrawal of the Uganda People's Defence Forces Amendment Bill 2024.
Yes, Atkins.
Yes. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. And I bring you feedback from our fellow citizens, especially for your kindness and national leadership that you displayed the last sitting. Madam Speaker, myself and so many others in this chamber had the opportunity, Madam Speaker, to be in court. And yesterday, Madam Speaker, as you might have followed, the judge said the health condition of Dr. Besigye could not give him the ability to attend court.
Honorable Atkins Katushabe, I want to remind you of the constitutional provision on separation of powers. We did our part. The issue is before court. We cannot discuss what is before court. Let's respect the court. And the court will equally respect executive and legislature.
Madam Speaker, I ask that you kindly hear my procedure issue. This has nothing to do with court proceedings. It has everything to do with human life. Madam Speaker, everything that we have on the order paper can wait, but not human life. We heard Dr. Besigye's personal doctor and the prison, Madam Speaker, and the prison doctors trying to explain the condition and the urgency need. So everything that we have on the order paper, Madam Speaker, and with due respect, can wait, but not the life of Dr. Besigye and everybody else, Madam Speaker. Now, Madam Speaker, my procedure issue is just simple. We are citizens, and we are leaders by the grace of God. The reason why we're here is that, as you rightly ruled, we represent those that don't have the privilege and the opportunity to be here. Madam Speaker, we become, and including myself, my procedure issue, Madam Speaker, is, while certainly we're barred from focusing on, discussing court proceedings, I don't think human dignity or human heart bars anybody in this house, including yourself, Madam Speaker, to appreciate the urgency. I want to call.
Before you bring your procedure matter,
Yes,
Article 128 of the Constitution, independence of judiciary. In the exercise of judicial powers, the court shall be independent and shall not be subjected to the control of direction of any person or authority. I will not sit in this seat in this house and start directing a court on what to do. We did our part. We spoke for the people. We spoke for the people outside there. Everybody knows the health of doctor, and if somebody cannot see, then that is not parliament.
Now, my procedural issue, Madam Speaker, I'm so happy that you brought and cited the Constitution, and I want to make my position very clear by citing the same Constitution. Madam Speaker, Article 143 prohibits anybody, including the courts, any judge on earth, underneath, or above the earth, to conduct any trial.
You're saying Article 143?
143, Madam Speaker.
That is on a qualification of appointment of judicial officers. I am the custodian of these laws, and I will tell you what it is supposed to be. Next item.
Madam Speaker.
Motion for withdrawal. Defense Forces
Honorable
Amendment
members don't seem to be more concerned about Dr. Besigye than other people. Dr. Besigye.
Are we reading the same Constitution, Madam Speaker?
It seems yours is
Article 143.
Let's first have this. Let's first have this, then I will give you. Atkins, I will give you. I'll give you. Yes?
Right, Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleagues, I move under Rule 140 of the Rules of Procedure that a bill entitled the Uganda People's Defense Forces Amendment Bill 2024 be withdrawn.
Is it seconded? Seconded by the Leader of Government Business, by Honorable Rokia, Honorable David Bahati, Government Chief Whip, by Minister of Finance, by Vuru, by Honorable Gwang, by Honorable Alex, by Government, by Doug, by Minister of Public Service, by Minister of Luero, by the whole side, by Kabanda, by Omoding, by Margaret, Alebutong, Margaret, Ajuri, Komakech, and then Minister of, Chairman of Science and Technology, Mouma, and Chemaswet. Then Beta Mongi, then Achan, and Loki, and Committee of Defense Chair, and then Seno. Sarah has also seconded. Would you want to speak why you want to withdraw?
Right, Honorable Speaker, the withdrawal of the bill is primarily to enrich the bill and to ensure that we comply with the ruling of the Supreme Court of the Republic of Uganda. I beg to submit.
Thank you. Honorable members, you heard what was in the ruling of the Supreme Court. The issue was who heads the court-martial, how are they appointed, who is a civilian, who is a military person, and are you allowed to appeal a decision that has been made by a court-martial? And those are things that I think Honorable Government Chief Whip and we need to comply with what the court ruled. Don't tell me about Article 92. Don't. Honorable members, having listened to the minister's justification for withdrawal of the bill, I now put a question that Uganda People's Defense Amendment Bill 2024 be withdrawn as proposed. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it. Honorable members, the UPDF Amendment Bill 2024 stands withdrawn, and as we await for the new bill, which is proposing that they want to bring a comprehensive bill on UPDF. Yes.
Right, Honorable Speaker, our rules do allow withdrawal of a bill. I just want to caution government that in all that they are planning to do in the next couple of days, hopefully it will be in tandem with the Constitution. Article 92 provides that you cannot pass a law to defeat a court ruling.
Now you're
I am hoping that government is cognizant of that. Thank you.
You're debating in
No, I was
anticipation.
just cautioning them. My duty is to keep them in check. Thank you.
Honorable members, if I read that ruling very well, those were orders to Parliament. Article 92 says Parliament shall not pass any law to alter the decision or judgment of any court as between parties. We are not taking a party. We are not siding with any party. We are not siding with any party to the decision of the judgment. So that one, that's a redundant provision. Next item. Now let me read it together with the 91. Read it together with the 91. Why don't you listen? Subject to the provisions of this Constitution, the power of Parliament to make laws shall be exercised through bills passed by Parliament and assented by the President. Now, whom do you want to make the laws? It is us here to make the laws, and we shall pass the laws.
Item 3 on the order paper.
Madam Speaker,
Statements by ministers on
can I finish
3-1.
my procedural issue?
The Uganda National Examinations Board grading system under the new curriculum.
Let me hear Honorable Atkins. It seems is burning.
Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, specifically Article 23(1)
Presumption of
prohibits,
innocence.
yes, Madam Speaker, prohibits any continued detention without an ongoing trial. Madam Speaker, we can read it with Article 120 about transfers. But Madam Speaker, January 31st, on Friday 2025, it was the Supreme Court of the land. The judgment, Madam Speaker, cannot be negotiated.
Honorable Atkins, my very good friend, were you in the house the other day when we discussed that issue?
Madam Speaker,
I am asking, were you in the house when we discussed that issue?
Madam Speaker, I was in the house.
And if you're in the house, we cannot, yes.
Madam Speaker, you asked my friend Atkins if he was in the house the other day. And he said yes. And I believe and I'm sure that he was not. we can be vindicated by the electronic registration system. I am very sure that Atkins was not here when we were discussing this matter, and he's trying to reopen the debate. So I believe he's not in order.
Order, Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, can you have your seats? Have your seats. Honorable members, we made orders in this house, which orders have been followed and are being followed. And I'm following very keenly. Very, very keenly. And the government chief whip, the lead of government business, is equally following up that issue. I don't want people to start thinking like they are more bereaved than others. No. I came out myself without any of you talking. You get it, eh? Next item.
Madam Speaker, can I have this
I
corrected?
am saying, please, next item.
Item 3 on the order paper. Statements by ministers, 3-1. On the Uganda National Examinations Board grading system under the new curriculum.
My rules still work. I'll throw you out of the house, Basa. Sit. You sit. Sit.
Right Honourable Speaker and
Honourable members,
Right Honourable Speaker.
you will recall that on Wednesday, 12th February, members raised concern about the Uganda National Examination Board grading system under the new curriculum. The presiding officer directed the Minister of Education and Sports to present a statement addressing the members' concern and the concern from the public and the misinformation that is outside there in the public. However, before the minister presents the statement, I wish to clarify the following. The new UNEB grading system under the competence-based curriculum has ushered in the change in reporting, grading, and certification of learners. 2, there has been a lot of misinformation and disinformation regarding the category of results issued for UCE. The ministry will clarify on how they categorize this and the implication on the results, where somebody gets results 1, that means a person has passed. If you get result 2, what happens next? The misinformation out there is that you go back to S1, which is not correct. So, Honorable Minister,